Unit 3, Recording 1. Claire.
This was really embarrassing. I was about 17, and this guy I really liked asked me out. And it wasn't the first time I'd been on a date, but it was like the first time I'd been on a date to a restaurant, and I was really nervous and excited, even though it was only a burger restaurant. Anyway, I ordered my burger, but I was so nervous and I was talking so much that I got confused and put sugar on my burger instead of salt. But I was too embarrassed to say anything, and I don't think he noticed, or if he did, he was too polite to say. So I had to sit there and eat this burger covered in sugar and pretend that I was enjoying it, and it was so disgusting. We did see each other again, but I never admitted what had happened. I just felt too silly.
Luke.
A few years ago, I had this job in a hotel for a few months, a kind of temporary job. Normally, I served in the bar, which was quite easy. But one day, after I'd been working at the hotel for a few weeks, they had a big dinner event, and a lot of the waiters were sick. I don't know why, so they were a bit desperate, and they asked me to wait on the tables. But I hadn't done any training as a waiter, so I was very nervous. It was quite a smart event. Everyone was wearing evening dress, and it was all quite formal, so obviously I was feeling quite stressed. Anyway, I was serving vegetables at this table, mashed potato to be precise, and I had this big spoonful of mashed potato in my hand. Then suddenly, for no reason really, I kind of tripped and fell forward, and the mashed potato went flying off the spoon and landed on the shoulder of one of the women at the table. So there was this 60-year-old woman sitting in her best dress with a great big piece of mashed potato on her shoulder. I felt so humiliated.
Rachel.
There's a family story about my great-aunt and uncle, which sounds a bit like a bad comedy sketch, but apparently it's completely true. They lived in a remote part of Wales, and they were travelling to London for some reason, which was a big thing for them because they didn't travel much. Anyway, they'd been travelling for a few hours, and the train stopped at some station. And in those days, trains used to stop for quite a long time, and people got off and bought cups of tea and stuff. So my great-aunt got off. She wasn't wearing her coat or hat, and it was the middle of winter, and she went into the station buffet to buy 2 cups of tea. But unfortunately, she came back out through the wrong door onto the opposite platform and got onto another train, which was going back to Wales. Apparently, she was searching for my uncle for ages before she realised what she'd done. And of course, he was going absolutely mad worrying about her. I think they stopped travelling completely after that. It was just too much for them.